Republicans and Democrats and gun owners and non-gun owners together. Maybe other things don't, but this issue does. And I yield to the gentleman from New York.
I have one more question, if I might, Mr. President.
Yield for an
ask
additional
that
question
to the senator from Connecticut, and then we all want to hear what Senator from West Virginia has said. He's been such a courageous leader on this issue. So there's some talk on both issues of, quote, a compromise. And I just want to, I know I've talked to the senator from Connecticut and all of my colleagues here, that on our side of the aisle, we are willing to compromise. We don't have to, doesn't have to be one way to do it. But I would just ask the senator the question, isn't it true that we don't want to compromise so we can say we did something and not really close both of these loopholes? That a compromise that says, for instance, that's built around what the senator from Texas has said, which is you have to go to court to prove that the person might be a terrorist, and after 3 days you can get a gun and no court proceeding can take that long, would be a meaningless compromise, a Pyrrhic victory, and it's the kind of thing that at least the vast majority, I think just about all of us on our side of the aisle, could not accept.
I think that's a very important point, and I thank the senator for making it. I think we can find common ground here, but let's be honest, the American people support the proposal that is in the underlying Feinstein legislation. The American people support the underlying legislation that is incumbent in Manchin Toomey. So, yes, we want to be able to find common ground, but that common ground can't result in loopholes that are big enough to drive a truck through, allowing people on the terrorist watch list to get guns. And this idea that you can give law enforcement 72 hours to go to court to stop somebody from obtaining a gun is ridiculous. A, there aren't enough resources in our system of law enforcement, in our judicial system, to track every single terrorist who are buying guns and bring every single one of those sales to court. And second, the legislation that I've seen would only give you 72 hours to do that, which would let thousands of these sales go through without prohibition. And so, no, we can find common ground here. But let's remember, the American public, by big numbers, already support the proposals that have been put before this body and who have failed previously.
I thank my colleague and agree with him completely and look forward to the questions from the senator from West Virginia.
I yield to the senator from West Virginia for a question without losing my right to the floor.
Let me first of all thank all of our colleagues and all of our senators for being here today and speaking about this most important issue for the welfare of our citizens in each one of our respective states. My question is going to be to